Introducing Dakota Ditcheva, a British mixed martial arts fighter who is causing a stir in the combat sports industry. Dakota, who was born in 1998 into an English-Bulgaria family, was born to battle. Dakota inherited her love of combat sports from her mother, Lisa House, a multiple world champion in karate, kickboxing, and Muay Thai. Dakota was exposed to fighting arts and Muay Thai at an early age, and she rapidly developed a strong and aggressive approach. Muay Thai's early years. Dakota was already establishing herself in Thailand's harsh social circles, while many young people were preoccupied with getting likes on social media. Dakota started training non-stop in Thailand at the age of 16 in order to accumulate Muay Thai titles. She has abilities in addition to beauty. Her opponents were astonished by her machine gun combinations, lethal knee blows, and front kicks. She was there to finish the battle. She wasn't a boxer.
She steps into the cage with the calm of a veteran and the hunger of a newcomer. The lights hit her face, the crowd roars, and in that moment, it's clear. You're not just looking at a fighter. You're witnessing the rise of something far bigger. She's fast. She's smart. And when she hits with bad intentions. From the opening bell, you can see why the hype around her is real. Her stance is disciplined, her movement surgical, and every step forward is calculated. She doesn't waste energy.
Making the switch to MMA. When women's MMA gained popularity in 2018, Dakota made the decision to compete. She was already a well-known Muay Thai fighter, but she understood that jiu-jitsu and wrestling were essential for MMA. She then made the decision to give amateur MMA a go and stayed there for a time to improve her grappling skills. Even while striking was still one of her strong points, she didn't only rely on it. She demonstrated that she could control herself in the clinch, defend against submissions, and even land some takedowns when necessary, showcasing a tremendous progression in her ground game. Dakota displayed her entire skill set in her 2021 professional debut. Dakota was a dynamic force, whether she was changing positions or making precise elbow and knee throws. Her pace and varied attacking style were too much for her opponents to handle. She stunned the audience with her trademark knees, elbows, and kicks throughout her first round triumphs. The breakthrough in PFL. When the PFL, Professional Fighters League, noticed Dakota's abilities in 2022, she entered the flyweight division weighing 125 pounds. Dakota was given the ideal opportunity to establish herself thanks to the PFL.
Away space. She applies pressure, not with wild aggression, but with quiet, terrifying precision. She reads her opponent like a book. You can see it in her eyes. She's already 2 steps ahead. Feints, footwork, angles, she uses them like weapons. Her jab isn't just a measuring stick, it's a message. Her opponent might try to advance, throw something heavy, but she counters with a shot so clean it echoes through the arena. People talk about power, but what she brings to the table is more than brute strength, it's control.
A revolutionary win and new capabilities. In 2023, Dakota achieved her first submission victory, marking yet another significant advancement in her career. Dakota proved she was more than just a Muay Thai striker during a bout at the PFL European Grand Prix. She was a skilled mixed martial arts competitor. Against her opponent, she exhibited great clinch technique, then moved to the ground where she threatened a crucifix before locking in a submission to earn victory. Her striking continued to shine through in future battles, where she trapped her opponents against the cage and landed vicious knees. Additionally, Dakota was becoming well known for her deadly body shots that left opponents panting for air. The PFL European Championship Roadmap. Dakota secured a spot in the PFL European Grand Prix finals when her record improved. She faced the difficult and tenacious Cornelia Holm in her semifinal matchup. During the battle, Dakota's long range and clinch techniques were well demonstrated. Dakota maintained the pressure despite Holm's best efforts, landing elbows and knees that gradually weakened her opponent. Dakota was able to defend and carry on her aggressive assault even when Holm attempted to take the battle to the ground. As the fight progressed, Dakota's precision in landing strikes became more evident. In the third round,
she dictates the pace, the rhythm, and eventually the outcome. And as the rounds go by, the crowd begins to understand. They're watching the birth of a star. She didn't take the easy road to get here. This isn't someone who was handed hype. She earned it with every punch thrown, every opponent broken, and every challenge met head-on. From the amateur ranks to the professional stage, her growth has been undeniable. She's got that rare mix: natural athleticism, world-class technique, and the mentality of a killer. But it's not just the physical gifts, it's the mindset. She walks into that cage like she owns it, like she belongs among the best. And after each fight, more people believe she does.
She was unpredictable due to her ability to throw punches from both postures, and Scotty found it difficult to keep up. Dakota's stunning knees and clinch game wore Scotty down as the battle went on. With punches, knees, and front kicks, Dakota continued to change things up and delivered some especially painful blows to the body. Eventually, the relentless assaults from Dakota caused Scotty's defenses to crumble. Dakota was declared the PFL European champion after the referee broke off the bout in the second round. The path of a champion, Dakota Ditcheva's ascent to fame. Dakota's victory made her the youngest PFL champion ever. With the $100,000 prize money she received, her ascent to the pinnacle of MMA was complete. Dakota thought back on her trip as she celebrated her win. She had demonstrated her ability to excel in a variety of combat sports disciplines from her early days in Muay Thai to her smooth crossover to MMA. Dakota, however, maintained her modesty in the face of her success and consistently acknowledged the contribution of her family. A historic final, Dakota's championship performance. The final event of the 2023 season was one to remember. Dakota, now a rising star in the sport, would face the highly experienced Tyler Santos, a former UFC title challenger with a reputation for her submission skills.
Her background in Muay Thai gives her an edge on the feet, but she's not one-dimensional. Her takedown defense is rock solid. Her grappling evolving fast. She's a complete mixed martial artist, and that's a nightmare for any opponent who thinks they've figured her out. And then there's the finish. It doesn't matter how tough her opponent is. It doesn't matter how much heart they show. When she smells blood, it's over. The combinations flow, the power increases, and suddenly, the cage door can't close fast enough. Her last few wins didn't go to the
techniques, including flying knees, spinning elbows, and devastating body shots. The pressure she put on Santos was relentless, and soon enough, Santos was visibly hurt. Dakota continued to pick her apart, landing shots to the head, body, and legs, never giving her opponent a moment's rest. By the second round, Santos had no answer to Dakota's striking. Dakota's kicks, knees, and elbows were taking a toll, and Santos seemed to be fading. A final barrage of body shots and a devastating knee to the liver sealed the deal. The referee stepped in, stopping the fight and awarding Dakota the victory. She had secured her first PFL title and $1 million in prize money, becoming the youngest champion in PFL history. The legacy of Dakota Ditcheva, the dawn of women's mixed martial arts. Dakota's triumph cemented her legacy in MMA history. Dakota has emerged as one of the sport's most thrilling and dangerous competitors thanks to her unmatched striking ability and record of 14 victories and 4 finishes. Fans worldwide are drawn to her because of her unique blend of beauty, talent, and unwavering resolve. Dakota Ditcheva is positioned to play a significant role
because she didn't let them. What's even more impressive, she's still getting better. She's training with elite coaches, sparring with champions, studying tape, evolving. She's not just satisfied with being good, she's chasing greatness. And that's why people are calling her the next big thing. The future of women's MMA
of potential. Dakota Ditcheva is set to be one of the biggest names in MMA. Whether it's her striking, her clinch work, or her developing ground game, Dakota has the skill to become a true legend in the sport. Fans can't wait to see what's next for this rising star. And one thing is certain, Dakota Ditcheva is just getting started. You won't want to miss Dakota Ditcheva's fight. She has repeatedly shown that she is among the greatest in the sport, starting with her modest beginnings in Muay Thai and progressing to become a top MMA prospect. She has the ability to become one of the most powerful fighters in women's MMA because of her deadly strikes, clinch skills, and constantly developing ground game. For Dakota, the possibilities are endless, and her adventure is only getting started.